guys, so I've made a day in a life video showing how I've adapted to using my one able hand in my everyday life. I also talk about my struggles and I show the things that I use that have made it much easier for me as a person with hemiplegia. So yeah, this wasn't all filmed on the same day, so you may notice a few differences. That's all what I sort of do on my days off at home. Hey guys, so for my breakfast I'm going to have Weetabix, which I normally have. And I mean, I used to have sugar on it, but I realised when I was on holiday once that I absolutely didn't need it. And it was the same with my tea, but it's been quite hard to sort of stick to that. But yeah, so when I have to take this to the dining room or the conservatory, I have to take it one by one, and it's the most frustrating thing ever. And I have been looking online for trays with a handle. And I mean, they are quite expensive. And I mean, when I look at maybe more than like 2 bad reviews, I don't get it anyway. But I mean, I have got a little tray I got quite a while ago that I used to carry tea on, which has been amazing. But it'd just be amazing to have a big tray that I can put a plate on that I can use for myself. But yeah, I mean, I am gonna carry on looking into it, and I might show it in my next videos so I can show you guys. But yeah, so yeah, that'd be great. So I'm just gonna put the kettle on. So sometimes my family and friends sort of notice that I'm bulging my left cheek quite a lot when I'm eating or drinking. And sometimes I just think I'm being funny. I mean, sometimes I am, but it's really because I'm struggling. And most people don't always realise that. Weirdly, water is the most difficult to sort of swallow. Even sort of fizzy drinks, I don't really know why, but yeah, I mean, hot chocolate, something like hot chocolate is much easier to swallow. And also, you know, when I go out to eat, I always feel like I'm restricted to something that I can't, like, if I want to get something, I feel like I can't always order it because there are things that I just can't sort of cut up like meat, and it's really annoying. And I mean, it's okay with my friends, but I still feel a bit embarrassed that I can't sort of be independent in that way, and I just don't want them to sort of see that. And I mean, I really think that they do not mind whatsoever, but yeah, I feel like it is quite embarrassing for me sometimes. But yeah, that's sort of what I struggle with, and I feel like people don't always sort of realise that, because my disability can be like quite hidden. But yeah, people don't always realise that that is part of sort of my hemiplegia, that I struggle to swallow food and drink. I think today I'm doing this social media course, and yeah, I'm not doing much else. I haven't got work today, so I'm just kind of sort of a lazy day. So yeah, I'm just gonna finish my breakfast and then get changed. Now I'm gonna brush my teeth and I'll show you guys. So the first thing I do is pick up the toothbrush in my left hand, and then I put it into my right hand so that I can hold it while I put the toothpaste onto the toothbrush. It's amazing I can use my right hand as support. And it's mainly because of the wrist operation I had a few years ago. And then I use my left hand to actually brush my teeth, my able hand. And yeah, it's fairly simple. Yeah. So, the next thing I do is use this floss stick, and it's much easier than the normal floss because I can just use it with one hand. But yeah, I think obviously I understand that it's quite bad for the environment, but still it's much easier for me to, do my teeth. So yeah. And then I use this face cream for my face, and obviously I have pretty bad eczema, so I use a lot of E45 products, anything that has a bit of chemicals, and my skin just flares up really, which is annoying. It's obviously it's on my hands a lot, and I hate that so much. And yeah, that's all done really. And then brush my hair, and yeah, I had my hair cut recently, and even though it's a bit short, it's so much easier to actually wash my hair because it takes half the time, and yeah, just makes it much easier. I'm not a makeup person, so I wouldn't be able to give any advice on that. But yeah, I find putting on mascara pretty easy to do. But yeah, that's the only sort of makeup I actually put on. And I mean, I can show that in another video, but yeah, all done. Hey guys, so I'm gonna do my social media marketing course now. And I normally do this on my days off, as I'm thinking about getting a job in marketing. So yeah, I'm going to do a assignment. Well, it's more like a quiz. So yeah. Hey guys, so I'm going to make lunch now. I'm going to make pasta. So I'm just going to get a pot out. And what I normally do is boil the kettle and then put it into the pot. So I've already boiled it. So it's just here. And I put the stove on. And I put it in. I'm going to just wait for it to boil. I'm just going to put something over it. Okay. It's boiled. handful in. There we go. Yeah. Then wait for it to boil again. Yep. There we go. And yeah, I'll check in with you in 10 minutes. So. Right, it's ready. I just turn off the stove. Use this clip-on colander to drain out the water. It's really good. It's better, so I can just use it one-handed. So yeah. So just take it off. And now I'm going to put on pesto. So I can't really hold it like this with my right hand. So I just leave it on the table, on the counter, I mean. So yeah, I'm just gonna put it in here. Yep, that's all done. Cheese. So, use this to put the cheese on. So what I do is I put it onto the pot, and I have shown this in my previous videos. So what I do is just put the cheese onto the pot. And I mean, it doesn't really work when it's really when the block of cheese is really tiny, but when it's quite big, it does work. So yeah, and it can be quite unsteady, but at the moment it's pretty good at the moment. What I really should do is put it on the counter, because it'll be easier and it won't be like, yeah. So there we go. Watch out for your fingers when you do this. Right. Yeah, that's all done. Just put it back in there. And just mix it up. Just use my left hand to put it onto the plate. And that's all done. And sometimes I put this on. So it gives more taste. And yeah. So after this, I think I'm going to show you the physio exercises that I normally do. And then I will just relax for a bit. And then I'm going to make dinner for my parents. And after that I will show you the tray that I normally use to carry tea on, which I make for my parents before we sort of watch TV together. And yeah, that will sort of be the end of my day, really. Leave that now. Yeah, and I think I'm gonna leave the exercises for now. And yeah, I'm gonna rest for a bit and then make dinner. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Please subscribe and I'll see you in the next one.
Dancing,